Hi, Unique from Where's the Buzz? And the first thing I want to know is because this show's about like navigating your 20s, and 20s are very adventurous and they're a very difficult thing. What has the journey been like for you?
Well, I mean,
Um,
I mean,
well,
I'm in my 20s, and a pandemic hit, and I'm figuring a lot out as we speak. It's actually almost inspiring to watch the show and watch what is technically myself, but a version, uh, actually somewhat have it together. That's or like
yeah,
or get to some place of real discovery. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could do that too.
yeah.
So
It's a good thing you can play younger because you.
well, I know that's why I shaved the whole thing. I'm looking. I saw myself for the first time. And I was like, oh, those crow's feet, they're coming. So I shaved it all
Oh well,
away. I was like,
I'm getting to the end of my 20s. I feel like I'm 40. My insides are probably 50.
totally agree.
But it's a hard time navigating your 20s, and this show does a really great job of expressing those hardships, but also those moments of joy that make you the person that you aspire to be later on, and those foundations get laid in these times. Um, but yeah, I mean, listen, everyone says the 20s is the greatest, and then the 20s and the 30s are the years that you really knew what you were doing, and then the 40s all of a sudden were way more fun because the 30s had set that up. So just as long as you can live your life in as joyous a way possible, I think it doesn't matter what age you are, really.
So I want to talk about this love triangle real quick because I'm Team Sam. Sorry, Sean, because I
Okay.
think Ethan's a little selfish. And
Ooh.
he is. So, in your own personal opinions, who do you think is the better fit for a person like Bess?
Well, I'm gonna let him. He's got a rebuttal. I mean, he's got a.
Yeah, I just walks off. No, like this was obviously a conversation that I had to have with Jesse myself, especially when I align with who I am as a person, as a partner. To my girlfriend, I had to find a way to understand the motives behind some of the actions, and actually, unfortunately, what you might not witness is a lot of context that leads to the way that he's in the situation with Layla in New York. He's been in a sort of a caretaker role for a long time, and it started when he was looking after his mother after his father died, and he's found himself bonded to this person since they were kids, and they're almost family, and that spark has sort of lent itself to uh, going out, and it's sort of almost like they're going through the motions, and he's focusing, applying all of his love into his work until he sees Bess, and Bess just blows him away, and it becomes something that he cannot control. But he has to do right by Lila and leave her first to do. The problem is he's in a caretaker role where she might not be in a position for that to be healthy for her. So I fight for where Ethan stands from. I understand entirely why some people wouldn't, but I had to believe that I was trying to do the best thing possible, and that he at least owns up to when he gets things wrong. That life isn't as simple as it seems. And they have some moments in episode 3 where they spend all night together, and you get to know that. But for the sake of storytelling and probably performance, that ends up on the cutting room floor to keep it under 30 minutes.
And what
Honestly,
about
I'm team both because like
Mm.
honestly, Bess is just like date as many as you want. Who cares? She's figuring it out, and she does, which is the greatest part of the show. I think is that like an actual a young person, a young woman who gets to. I mean, even though it's complicated and sometimes comes against a lot of economic or emotional struggles, like she figures it out. I mean, she like finds her groove, her tune, and keep dating both. I mean, whatever. Like date more.
It's all part of being in your 20s, right?
it is a part of
Yeah, it's no shame.
so okay, so Sean, I know you're
I'm
towards
so
the
sorry, Nick. We are out of time, actually. Sorry.
I'm sorry,
Sorry.
unique.
Thanks, Unique.
Thank you guys. Bye.